Welcome back, guys. The weather's been bloody hit and miss today, so let's do some indoor activities. Let's try and do some mods on the Troopy. UHF install. Let's hook in. Rightio, so I've gone for the GME XRS pack. I've got the power supply tap, which will go into my fuses to pick up that power supply. RJ45 pass through for the dash. Heavy duty fold down bracket for the bull bar to support the aerial. And I've also got the Landcruiser stainless steel bracket, which will support that mic up on your dash. So, righto, we'll do an unboxing. I'll show you what's in here. Rightio, hopefully you can see me. So in the box, you do get the module. You've got your handpiece, mic, bracket, clip, your little harness, little GME sticker, some adapters for your RJ45. You've got the bracket which supports your module, and also the Allen key and the coax adapter as well in there. So, and obviously your aerial, which this one here comes with the 2.1 aerial, which around here, yeah, it's probably going to suit me being a little bit hilly or whatnot. Once we start doing some trips out west, then I'm going to have to opt for that larger 6.6 aerial. But I think this will do me fine up until then. Have not done a UHF install before, so this is all new. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where this is going to go. Obviously somewhere where it's hidden would be ideal. I'm going to try and find somewhere behind that, like behind the dash there somewhere. Behind the glove box would be ideal, but things I think is pretty tight up in there, so we'll just have to see how we go. And as I said, I'll try and pick up that power from that fuse block, and then I've got the pass-through which should go into one of the existing blank ports in there as well. So, righto, let's hook in, get it done. Well, I'm not sure how this lighting's going to come through on here, but so the mic bracket's going to come up on the left hand side here, and then the pass-through connector is going to be on this blank plug here. So hopefully it should all be somewhat neat. The module will then be tucked up behind there in a suitable place. So yeah, you shouldn't really see much, just that stainer bracket, pass-through connector. That way you can just pop that off and then stick it away in the glove box whenever you're not using it. I might take the opportunity today to continue my sound deadening. So I have already done the doors, nice and solid, not so solid. So I might do this forward cabin area while we're doing this task. I might strip this out, give us a little bit more access to get up underneath there, and then I'll do that sound deadening as well while we do this UHF install. So I might get into ripping these seats out, I think. So we carefully got that section of the dash popped out. Just those clips there that are a bit flimsy in that top section there, but if you persist, don't be too rough, they can pop out. So there's the back of the connector there that we'll be utilising. Just looking for somewhere to put that module now. So faceplate, back of the dash, there's no room in there. There's bugger all room in there really. So yeah, we'll have to dive in deeper, see if we can find somewhere else to do it. Righto, so I've been searching and finally found a possible solution. So I don't know whether you can see very well up in there, but there's two existing bolt holes on that bracket there. I might try and make a bracket that comes off of that, so then that module can sit nice and tidy up in there on that bracket. That'll be clear of the glove box. Yeah, that'll be clear of the glove box and not foul on any existing stuff that's up in there. And then also I can get power down to my fuse block on that left hand side there. I'll be able to put that pass-through adapter through on that right hand side, come around, and then into the back of the pass-through connector over there. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll give it a go, see what happens. If it works, it works. If not, come up with another solution. Alrighty, the bracket's made and I'm pretty happy. Looks like it's going to work out pretty good. So just have a look at this. So I've got the bracket sitting on top of it there, bolted in. See those two pre-existing bolt holes up there? So I've put a little bit of double-sided tape just along that bar there. So that's going to support it, well, not so much support it, but it's going to stop the vibration from that main bracket there. And it'll just stick to it as well. So I just wanted the foam in there. I didn't really care about the double-sided section of it, but with that that 6mm plate there, that's going to sit perfectly with those two bolts and hold that really nicely secure in there, and then still give us access to make sure we can get the cables in easily. And then yeah, as you can see there, you're still going to get clearance for your glove box as well. So hopefully all going well, it should do the trick. See how we go. Bloody happy with that bracket though. I'm surprised no one's developed that if this works. There you go, REDI cruisers. There's another bloody bracket for you. Just if you develop it, just give me some freebies and that, you know, because it's a good thing. Anyway, let's get this installed. Just starting to put that dash back together now. So yeah, the 4 clips on the top and the 2 screws, so they've all been fitted back in. That pass-through connector's been fitted where that blank was. So that blank just pops out. That pass-through connector just clips in with the 2 clips. I've already installed the cable to the back of that pass-through, so I can start popping all this stuff back together. I'm going to install that bracket now for that mic piece, and then that side of the section of the dash can go back together. And then I'll go wiring up the module itself, and then we can look at start feeding that aerial cable through. But yeah, the mic bracket's in. You just need to drill holes in the back of this GME mic bracket and then pop rivet it back into it. And then there's 2 screw holes there into your dash. So I'll just line it all up, just mark them out with a scribe, pre-drilled them, and then fitted them in there. Those 2 holes on the side, they were a B's too small for the supplied screws. So I just opened them up a little bit just so it was a bit easier. And then yeah, once that all goes in and goes together, it should be nice and tidy and neat. Right, we'll put the rest of that console back together. Rightio, so she's all clipped back together. It all went together pretty easily. There's your mic bracket sat there. So it does look nice and tidy, pretty neat. Right, we'll get down there and start powering this thing up. Rightio guys, and then there was 2. So I've got the antenna cable brought from the front of the car through the firewall grommet, which was the hardest job of the whole procedure. If anyone has got any easier ways to do that, make sure you hit me up, because that was a nightmare. I tried to use one of those standard little grommet bits that comes through the firewall there. Very, very tight fit with that cable. And it was just a nightmare because it was so bloody awkward. I'm not used to this kind of thing, so I've got a few battle scars to tell the story, but we got that through. I've ran my power cable up, so I've picked up the power from that radio, so hopefully I should get that when the ignition's on. So yeah, jumpered that. There's an existing earth point up there, so I picked that as well. So I've got that there for the power supply. I can get access to that fuse as well, that 3 amp fuse if that pops, so that should be easy to get to as well. So the power and earth's nice and neat in there. The jumper to the pass-through is nice and neat up in here as well. So I just have to tidy up this cabling and then attach it all to that module, which is up in there. So I'll pop this off, attach all this stuff, whip that double-sided tape bit off, fix it all up, and then we should be done. Now I can start piecing everything back together. I've done most of that dash and that, but fix all the glove box up, do all that. I'm definitely not doing the sound deadening today now, so I'll put the seats and glove box, console back in. And yeah, we'll test her out. I'll quickly show you. So I'll put that aerial on as well. Switch all on. I've ran that through the engine bay. Tidied up as best I could. So there's that bracket there, which once I got that taller aerial on it, yeah, I can fold that back down. But yeah, it's pretty neat, pretty good thing. So yeah, I'll finish this thing off and we'll test it afterwards. Right, she's all wired up. Check this out though. Like literally cannot see anything in there. All good. Bloody stoked with that. Alright, glove box is going back on. Righto, install complete. Glove box is back in, filled with goodies. Still got enough room in there. Got my wires. No impedance and easily accessible to the fuse if anything happens with that. So stoked with that. Handpiece looks good. Easily accessible. If I'm over there doing the steering, passenger can jump on board. They've got easy access to that as well. I suppose let's test her out. See if it works. No, doesn't work. Hang on, got action now. Channel 40. I'll have to play with this and bloody learn how to use it. Might just give it a test run anyway and see if anyone calls back. You there, wife? What have we got happening now up there for dinner?
Just some meatball tacos. Is that alright?
Bloody sounds good to me.
How many beers have you had?
Just halfway through the first beer, thanks. Well, there you go. She's a goer. How good's that? Yeah, so the difficulties to the job today, trying to get that aerial cable through that gland on the firewall, that was definitely a bit of an issue. I think I was trying to be too neat, trying to make it, you know, waterproof and all that sort of stuff, which is going to be like, it was just, the resistance on that thing was too tight. I should have just opened up a little bit more, then you can just cable tie it off. But anyway, we ended up getting that done. That's not going to be the final resting place of that aerial. I do have other ideas for the aerials moving forward with the build, but I did want to get this thing in and operational so I can use it up until that point. So yeah, that's the reason why I've whacked that on the bar there, but it definitely won't be staying there for good, but you will see all that on upcoming videos. The other thing was just mounting that module. I knew that it had to kind of go up in there somewhere, but once I started pulling everything out, I didn't realise how much room there was in there, and there's really not much room in the 70 series under the dash there. It's definitely no, you know, HT Kingswood, but I was quite surprised with how we ended up mounting it, and I'm absolutely happy, like stoked to be honest with how it fitted up there. Relatively easy fix. We just had to try and, you know, overcome that little issue. And as I said before, REDI cruisers, opportunity right there, guys. That went in so good, nice and neat, and yeah, bloody stoked. But that's it. That's the install. So pretty happy with it all. Works, looks awesome. I'm sure I'm going to get some longevity with this particular product, like being Australian made especially. Very happy with it. No idea how to use it, but you know, we'll get there in the end. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the install vid. Any questions, guys, hit me up either on YouTube or my Instagram. So it's hook__in. A few people are getting a little bit confused with that, but just keep that in mind if you want to look that up. DM me if you got any questions about it. Anyway, guys, time to get rehydrated. Until the next video, hook in.